Welcome to Vansic Maths. Today we look at linear programming questions. Remember to subscribe. The question is, Wanjoki Flying Company operates a flying service. It has two types of airplanes. The smaller one uses 180 liters of fuel per hour, while the bigger one uses 300 liters per hour. The fuel available per week is 18,000 liters. The company allows 80 flying hours per week. Write down all the inequalities representing the above information. So we can have x and y, where x represents now the number of hours flown by a smaller aeroplane. Then this one can be the number of hours flown by the bigger aeroplane. So you are being told that the company is allowed 80 flying hours per week. So the maximum they can have is 80. So that means it can be either be 80 or less than 80. So we have the first inequality, x plus y is less than or equal to 80. Then the smaller aeroplane uses 180 liters of fuel per hour. So in x hours it will use 180 x. So the total fuel usage, the other one will be, this one uses 300 liters per hour. So in x hours it will be 300 x. Then the fuel which is available is 18,000. So again they can either use 18,000 or less than this fuel. So it will be less than or equal to 18,000. Then you also need to define x. We shall have x is greater than equal to 0. Again, y is greater than or equal to 0, because the number of hours cannot be negative. So since we have defined our inequalities, now we are going to draw. Now you can draw it perfectly using a ruler and a pencil. I will just guide you on how you will draw your graph. So you have this equation, x plus y is equal to 80. So find the x and y intercept. When x is 0, y is 80, then y is 0, x is 80. Another equation that you have, we have 180x plus, this should be y, plus 300 y is equals to 18,000. So find the x and y intercept again. When x is 0, it will be 0. 300y is equals to 180x. So y will be 60. And when y is 0, again 180x is equals to 18,000. So it will simplify to 100. Then another equation, we have x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0. So we assume these inequalities so that we can get the equation of straight lines. The inequalities will help us in knowing whether the line is continuous or a dotted. So looking here, x is 80, the maximum here 80, the maximum here is 100, y here we have 60 and 80. So when you are drawing this graph, what you do, the scale that you are going to use, now you have to use 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 based on those x and y intercept. Again, this side we have 20, 40, again 60, 80, 100. You have to label your axis. This side, the x, the number of hours for the smaller, then y, the number of hours for the bigger plane. So for the first inequality we have 0, 80, 0, then we have 80, yeah, and again 80, 0. So the inequality was less than or equal to, so that will be a continuous line, continuous straight line. So you can test using a point on this side or this side. So the best point on this side we have 0, 0. So we have 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 80, which is correct. So this side is the correct region. So unwanted region is this side. This point we have 0, 60 here. Then we have 100, 0, which is here. The inequality, this one is continuous. So again, using a straight ruler, connect. Then now this is 180x plus 300, y is equals to 1800. You label your graph. This one is x plus y is equals to 80. So the inequality, if you test using this point of origin, which is on this side of the line, you can use any point, but the best is the point of origin. So you have 0 plus 0 when you replace x and y is less than 18,000, which is correct. So unwanted is this other side, the unwanted part. Then you have the line x is equals to 0, and the line y is equals to 0. The line y is equals to 0, which is the x axis, and we want values greater than or equal to 0. So you shade this side. Then the line y is greater than or equal to 0. So again we shade this y axis. So we have this region R, where we shall find the points which satisfy those inequality. And we said the maximum points, we look for the points to the right. And if it is a continuous line, it means also points which lie along the lines also are going to satisfy those inequalities. So like here they're saying the profits on the smaller aeroplane is 400 per hour. So total profits we have 4,000x. Then and that on the bigger aeroplane is 6,000 per hour. So we have 6,000 y is equals to c. So this one becomes your objective function. So use the graph to determine the maximum profit that the company made. So you're going to test these points. Which one will give you the maximum profit? This C. So you will test those points along the line here, this one, this point. So you look at the point. So you can always use a set square and move and see which will be the point which will be to the right and gives you the maximum profit.